Go potty. All right, guys, good morning. So this is we just got home with the new puppy last night or yesterday afternoon. Did a little bit of work and let the puppy acclimate to the yard and hang out with our other dogs and kind of get used to things. Understanding that these dogs, they just got here. They don't understand. They don't know nothing. They're just a dog, and we're a clown. They're dogs and clowns. So today we're going to start some formal and informal training. What is the difference? Formal training is where we're very organized, structured. We're asking the dog to do things like sit and pay attention to us. Informal training would be kind of what we're doing now. And the dog's just wandering around or riding in the car. Good girl, go potty. The dog's learning how to do things. So training is training. Every bit of experience with these dogs is training of some sort, good or bad. So I talk a lot about, when I teach people about puppies, adventure and car rides, super important. When you get these dogs right away, you've got to start taking them on adventures and you've got to start getting them in the car. There are some dogs that from birth, if you never take them in the car, they still don't care and they will ride in the car and do whatever you want. But I deal with so many dogs, they're afraid of the car for life and nervous and panting and throwing up and stuff like that. It starts right here when they're a puppy. Take them in the car every day if you can, somewhere, to Starbucks, to 7-Eleven, pick up a kid from school, drop off a kid from school, whatever it is, take the dog in the car as much as possible. Okay, so we'll start getting these dogs out and getting some adventure on. They can see people riding bikes on the sidewalk past your car. I know a lot of dogs that bark at bicycles and people that are walking down the street. So if you start it now, your dog gets desensitized to those things and gets used to it and gets acclimated to the world. So we're getting ready to run to 7-Eleven just to get me a Red Bull, and I'm going to take the new little monster with me, and she sees me walking, and she's going to eat my shoe and whatever else she can eat, because she is a monster. So yesterday on our travels, she was quite lethargic because we were traveling. She was tired and exhausted and stressed. This morning she showed who she was, running through the house, biting everybody, eating 14 little plastic balls at the same time, jumping on slippers, eating shoes. And we're going to show a little bit of that later and how to fix it. Okay, so for this morning, we're just going to take the dog on a little car ride, and I suggest that everybody does that on a regular basis. And now we'll go talk about how we ride in the car. All right, so me personally, I love the saddles or the hammocks that you can purchase. The straps go up around the rear seats and then they go up around the driver's and passenger seat, and it creates like a little bowl. In this case, if your dog goes potty or throws up or something of that nature in the car, it does not go down the crack of your seat and you have to buy a new car. So that really helps. It kind of contains the dog. It'll contain their ball or whatever it is that you put back there with them, and keeps them from, slamming off the edges. And of course, here's our little baby ready to get in the car. She says, hey, let me up in there. I can do that. You want to get in the car, baby girl? We're going to throw her up in there. This is her first trip in the car, not in a kennel. And I want her to get used to getting her feet underneath her and things of that nature. People tend to carry these puppies around in their lap, and that's cool. But what happens ultimately is the dog starts to get used to that. And then when you do throw them on the back seat, or you're not able to hold them in your lap, they're all stressed out and weirded out. So we're going to start it right, and we're going to start throwing her back there and letting her deal with life on her own. And I don't know what happened to her. I think she ran away and got underneath the car. And she's trying to find mama. Anyway, we're going to take her in the car. Let's see what happens. We'll see y'all soon. All right, let's get the little monster and get her in the car. She's super curious. Hey, babe. You want to say hi to everybody? Boy, yeah, good puppy. Oh, she jumped up in my arms. Let's go put her in the car. Stick her in her brand new saddle. Oh, sorry, bumped her little head. And off she goes. There she goes for the first time. We'll see how that goes. She looks huge, but she's actually not. She kind of is. I love this dog. She's growling at her mama outside the window. She's not sure. Hi, baby girl. We'll see you in a minute. All right, so let's get a view of her. She's climbing up on here and bumping me in the shoulder and stuff. So I'm gonna push her back down and say off, and let her deal with it. Let her figure it out. She's whining just a little bit back there. She's super unhappy, but she'll get used to it. It's a quick trip to 7-Eleven, and then we're gonna boogie her back to the house and let her go play again. So if we do this in small increments, taking kids to school and whatnot, then the dog will get used to it, and they'll be okay. They can have a toy back there, they can have whatever, but honestly, she doesn't care much about a toy because she's nervous about the car and about everything that's going on. So don't overthink it, but definitely don't let the dog push you around. And we're gonna push her back in there a little bit, and she laid down. You see that? So I just stood up to her and she finally laid down. If you give in to them and you pet them and you do all of these things, you're gonna get a dog that continues forever. So she's had it with me, she's laid down, and she's beginning to relax already. She said, "What'd you say? You say I laid down?" I didn't really lay down. Oh, look how cute she is. So anyway, guys, that's Car Rides 101, and we are at 7-Eleven. Hello, 7-Eleven. So Car Rides 101, and we'll see you soon. All right, we're home from 7-Eleven. Our little puppy survived. There's no doo-doo in here, and no potty, and no nothing. Nice and clean. And now she's done with her first car ride in the hammock. So she's ready to get out. We're gonna go ahead and take her out. Now, another thing is these dogs grow up. You know, people ask, you know, how should I ride my dog in the car? Well, a lot of people have children and stuff. These dogs aren't growing up on farms. So a lot of people have children, and they don't want the dog jumping all around in the car. So although I'm not a fan of harnesses for walking a dog, I'm a huge fan of the harness with the seatbelt attachment that keeps the dog located in a specific spot. All right, you ready to get out, baby? She's brave enough to jump out. Let's not let her do that and break a leg, because she's crazy enough to do it. And now she's done with her first car ride. Stupid car. Come on, let's go potty. Let's go. Let's take her back out, and we're gonna take her potty. Good girl, go potty. Go potty. Good girl, go potty. Good. Got a little bit more work done. All right, guys, we'll see you soon for some formal work, and we'll go from there.